Hi, welcome to the Pursuit of Truth. Still the 13th of June 2018. A few more reflections on life as I reach this pivotal time of 43 years. Most of it is depressing. I'm sure there are benefits. I think that's a bit negative of me on my birthday to think of all the negative things. There are lots of positives, I'm sure, like medical breakthroughs, the fact that people live longer than they used to, people survive diseases that they used to succumb to. You know, I can't argue that with cancer, HIV, they have improved the drugs. They're a lot less, people are a lot, if they catch it early, a lot likely to live longer and normal lives, even with other diseases as well. The breakthroughs don't come quick enough, I could say that. Maybe that's just me being a bit naive and thinking that, because of all this money and all these people, we should be able to do all this, and I'm expecting humans to be greater than they are. I guess these things are complicated, but it seems that, so much money, so many years, you would have thought you would have had cures by now, and obviously I'm very sceptical of the pharmaceutical industry in itself, that it's trying to keep itself afloat as it is a business. I think there's another thing that I noticed that as well, that I've seen more and more through my life, is how wrong it is for charity to become a business. And you even see this with religious aspects as well, where people are setting up a business that is a charity. And yet I understand, the thing is, like, I think my problem is when individuals think, oh, I'm going to start a charity. Well, there is already a charity doing, say, cancer. Why do we need another one? Surely dividing that money out, because you have to have an administrative cost, you have to have certain, costs of people and all sorts of things. You're doubling up on that. Wouldn't it be better you just go and work for that one, say there's Cancer Research UK, why have another one, and another, 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 and another. I don't know how many there are, but I expect there's more than others that I've said. But it's because, as an individual, you think, oh, well, I'm going to do it better, or I want to do it because of your ego. That's a lot of reasons why. Some people want to do it because, they can't follow other people. That's why they want to set up their own business. That's why a lot of people set up their own business, because it's difficult to follow under someone, or they want the credit for it, or they want to do it a different way. But the fact is that doesn't help us as humanity, having that many charity organisations. How many charities are there? Even in this country, let alone around the world. I don't think charity should be a business. That's not how it's meant to be. But that's how it seems to be, a lot of these. Because the problem is with becoming a business, is then it has the problems of a business. A business has to sustain itself. A business has to keep on going. No business that you start up, you want it to finish in your lifetime, do you? But with a charity, when it's looking after things like cancer, or HIV/AIDS, or diabetes, or Alzheimer's, or poverty, I mean, your end goal should be that your charity should shut down within your lifetime, so that means that it's been sorted out. Not that you become bankrupt or done something dodgy, but that's my problem with charities becoming businesses. And it's interesting that this government, it has a different way of classifying them, because you can have a charity status. So it sort of makes you think that, oh, it's not a business, it's a charity, because got a charity, it's registered as a charity. And I'm sure there's a lot of companies that abuse that as well. But yeah, it seems like the more and more you look into life, you see the more things that are just being abused, the things that are not being done as they could be done. Yeah, there's lots of positives, and I'm thankful for living and to be able to experience this life. I'm not saying that, I do. Maybe I don't do it enough. We all, I don't think, do it enough, really, when we think of everything that we have and how things used to be. And yeah, there's been lots of positives. I think the thing is, I think there's so much more potential for humanity if it did things better, and it did things not for ego, and it did things for love, if it did things for the best reasons, if it was more truthful. It's like when I see with my children now how transfixed they are with the television, and how important that is, the television in their lives. They love it, and all the stuff that they're being fed through from that television, rather than experiencing in real life, they're getting all the information from television rather than actually going out and seeing it for themselves. And that's what we do, as even me. You know, I was one of the first television generations that's got all of his information from the television or the internet, as opposed to actually experiencing life and gathering it for myself and seeing actual real knowledge rather than learning it. But then I guess as a species, that's how we teach things anyway. Anyway, I think that's enough for now. I'm sure I'll come back with some more reflections as I think about this life, my life. Take care, take it easy, God bless, and peace.